What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Picks and Parlays Power Hour. I'm your host, Allie Burns. I've got 3 NFL picks and a college football national championship pick headed your way. Cameron Ross and Sean Higgs are on the show today, but before we get to them, I've got to let everyone know about nohouseadvantage.com. This is for all of you fantasy players out there, fantasy football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. Here's where you want to go. They've created a dynamic new platform for all of you fantasy players. And when you use our promo code P&P, they're going to match your first deposit up to $50. So check it out, nohouseadvantage.com. With me today, I have got Mr. Cameron Ross up first. We're talking some NFL here, Cam. How you doing? How's life treating you in the new year?
I'm doing pretty well. Life's pretty well. Everything's going, I guess, as it should be right now. So far, so good in the new year.
Beautiful. That's what we want to hear, right? Beautiful. All right. So before we get to the free pick, I need everyone to text your full name and phone number to this number right here, 775-403-5400. It's a great promo. It's any expert on our site, like, I don't know, maybe Cameron Ross here. You get 3 days of their expert picks for only $29. So don't forget about that. Check it out when the show is over. Okay, so let's roll in to our first pick of the show. Sunday game, the Ravens are at the Bengals. Bengals -7. The total on this one's 41.5. We all remember what just happened the last time the Bengals played football. What do you think? How's this one going to go down, Cam? And how does that injury on the Bills side of the ball, how does that affect how the Bengals are going to play on Sunday?
Yeah, the Bengals, they've been one of, if not the hottest team in the league. They were riding a 7-game win streak coming into Monday. They were winning Monday when, as you said, we all saw what happened. And shout out to him. He's Hamlin's doing a lot better. He's progressing. So, sending good energy towards him and wish him all the best. But both teams are in. Long story short, both teams, these are 2 playoff teams. They're both in, and really the only thing to play for here is seeding in regards to the Ravens. The Seahawks do hold the tie, the tiebreaker over the Ravens. The Seahawks had not the Seahawks, excuse me. Cancel all that.
Anyway. I wasn't sure. I was like, did that really happen? I need to text somebody. No.
That's for the next one. We'll talk about, I'll circle back. But the Ravens, they're both in. The Ravens, they're playing for seeding. The Bengals are good to go. Lamar Jackson hasn't really practiced this week, but it's possible he plays this week. And even with the backups and even with the injuries, the Ravens are playing well. And in the Bengals win streak, they're not really just blowing teams out. They're winning by 4 or 3 or 5. I do think the Bengals are going to win this game, but I'm going to take the Ravens to keep things close enough to cover this number. If Lamar were to play, I would imagine this number will go down. And as we said to start, not quite sure what kind of minds or what kind of focus the Bengals are going to have, just a few days after what happened on Monday night. So I'm going to take the Ravens to cover the points, as I think they'll go for the win with the seeding and everything happening. And if Lamar plays, they'll have a better chance, and the number will go down.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a volatile situation because, do the Bengals show up and, they've been heartbroken and concerned and stressed out all week? Or do they show up with, life is short, we got to play while it's time to play mentality? It could really kind of go either way with that team. But you're right. The motivation here lies with the Ravens and getting a whole touchdown with them. I'm going to roll with the Ravens with you, plus the 7 points. Hey, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Power Hours on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss these free picks. All right, so up next, staying in the NFL here, another Sunday game. It's Lions at the Packers. Packers are -4.5. The total on this one's 49. How do you see this one playing out, Cam?
Yeah, again, 2 really, really hot teams, and the Seahawks do affect this game. So we'll get to it. So the same time, the Seahawks do affect this game. This one's real simple. Win and you're in. Lose and you're at the house. It's coming down to it. Both teams have been up and down this year. Both teams have won 4 out of the last 5. Green Bay's won 4 in a row after they're just demolishing Minnesota this past week.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's going to win this game. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not sure who's going to win this game. I would have taken the Lions plus 4.5, as I'm going to take in this game either way. But with the whole world watching, this is the Sunday night game. This is like the last game of the entire regular season. The whole world's going to be watching, and that last playoff spot is on the line. And as you see, Green Bay's helmets don't even look good. I don't know what's happening. They're messed up. There's a hole in them. Lions by double digits. Okie doke. But
I think a lion scratched that.
Oh,
helmet.
that what's happening?
Really what happened
the lion. Here. Gotcha, the lion got it. But no, what I tried to say earlier with the Ravens game is the Seahawks hold the tiebreakers over these two teams. So the Seahawks, they play the Rams. They're out there doing whatever they're doing. Seahawks win, they're in. But same thing with this game. You win, you're in. And Detroit has looked great. These two teams, they're not friends. They don't like each other. This game was going to be intense either way because it seemed like one team had a chance to eliminate the other one. Now they can both eliminate each other. Detroit won the first game earlier this season, 15-9. So the total may be in play. The under could be a thing, but I just can't lay 4.5 in a winner-take-all big rivalry game. So I am going to go with the Lions to cover the number, as this one's going to be a toss-up, and we'll restore the roar or whatever they say. Yeah, all that cool stuff. So I'm going to go with the Lions, though.
All right. That's the way I'm going to. I'm going to have the Lions in a teaser also with the under was kind of my play on this one as well. Yeah, I want the points anytime in any sport where you've got equal motivation on the line and, you're getting points, take the points. That's just kind of a basic rule of thumb for me. All right. People at home, don't forget about our special promo. Text your full name and phone number to this number, 775-403-5400. You can get Cameron Ross's expert picks for 3 straight days for only $29. It's a great deal. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks so much, Cam Ross. Good luck this weekend.
Good luck, everybody. See you soon.
Okay, up next, I've got Sean Higgs coming in with an NFL play and his pick on the national championship game. But before we get to it, I have to say, what's up, Sean Higgs? How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Like I say, it's, new year. Let's get to it. I mean,
you had a great last year. I mean, you were solid on the site in the NFL, even in college basketball, but even in the NBA, which isn't one of your favorite sports in the world, but you were solid in 2022 and made our viewers a whole lot of money.
Good year. Baseball was good. College hoops is good all the time. NFL and basketball. I actually had I was up a little bit towards the end of the year, which is great because I don't bet a lot NBA. I think I got 20 games, but not a lot. I like my college
Tim
hoops.
Earl's rubbing off on you. Tim Earl might be rubbing off on you a little bit.
Not that much. I'll stick with my college basketball. I can't. We were talking about that on Midday Monday. I just can't get into it's just too. I can't. I got too much to do. There's 150 college basketball games on Saturday. I can't. That's not a one-day affair. You can't do that. You got to be way ahead getting into those games.
That's very, very true. All right. Well, we're going to talk the Vikings and the Bears, but before we do, I want to tell everyone about our promo that we're doing at the site. 3-day expert pass for only $30. Sean Higgs is hot. You might want to roll with him, people. All you got to do is text your full name and number to this number, 775-403-5400. Pick your capper. And there you have it. All 3 days for only $29. Okay, so talk to me. Vikings are at the Bears. Vikings -7.5. Coming off a little bit of a butt whooping there by the Packers. The total on this one's 43. What do we got going on here, Higgs?
Yeah, total butt whipping. The line was a 2. I bet the Bears at +2. Slight change in the number. I listen. I can't win them all with the good number. You get annihilated, and Fields was still talking good, and the conversation was, you can't really play him. I'm thinking to myself, how do you not play the guy? Don't you want to know if this kid's a quarterback? I mean, he should play. Let's not play him the first week because he's not into it. No, you play him, but in this case, the guy's hurt. Who even knows if he's going to be healthy next year? He's got some kind of hip injury. I just can't. The Vikings are playing the Giants next week, regardless of any other situation. So they've already played them. It was 27-24 rematch. Are they really leaving Jefferson in there to get 300 yards receiving? Do you want to lay 7.5 with the Vikings? If this was the opening 7.5, I think maybe you take Minnesota, right? I mean, it's the Bears. You got Nate Peterman quarterbacking. I just can't lay 7.5. The Vikings. this team, let's be honest, this is like the joke team in the league, right? The most fugazi 12 or 13 win team ever. You look at the stats, they're not there. And I like him. Cousins thinks he's a quarterback. In this spot, though, with a playoff game on deck, I got to take the 7.5 with a home team. Show some pride, Chicago. You don't got to win here. You don't have to win. Just show a little heart. Don't get blown out at home here. The other teams literally has a game next week. Are they going to run out Jefferson to get 200 yards to break some record? That'll be great when he breaks his leg or something. Hi, let's leave this guy in to get not like 100, 200 yards. He needs 194 yards. Give me the Bears. Come on, Chicago. Pride up a little bit here. Do something. I don't care who's quarterbacking.
That's what I was just looking at on my.
Rex Grossman. Trubisky. I don't care who's rolling in. Don't under center here.
That's what I was just looking at on my phone was what did Jefferson need to break the single season record? But it's not like he gets an incentive to do it. Like he breaks the record, yes. But a lot of these guys, if they get to a certain amount of yards
you get a little cash.
or catches in the next game, you're going to get, $250,000, 150,000. You'll get extra money. There's no money for this. It's just a season record that's going on. You know what? He'll be back next year for it. So I see what you're saying here. Let's roll. Give me more than a touchdown with the home team. That's how we're going to play this one, people. Take the Bears plus 7.5. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern with lots and lots of free picks for you. Okay, so big game up ahead. Monday, January the 9th. It's the national championship, everyone. It's TCU versus Georgia. Georgia's minus 12.5. The total on this one is 62.5. But before I get to that pick, I got to tell you guys about our promo. Pick any capper on our site. You're going to get 3 days of this expert pass for only $29. And all you've got to do is text your full name. Don't write John, okay? John, give me your last name in this situation, okay? John, and what your number is. John then Bell. Text that to our number, 775-403-5400. 3 days, any expert, only $30. All right, Higgs. How's it going to go down, man? I'm from Texas. You know what side of this I'm on. Let's go. Let's go TCU. Horned Frogs. Let's see it. What do you got?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I haven't bet this game, and normally I'm kind of set. Like I like a team to win. I'm not changing, right? You don't want the outside chatter to cloud your thoughts on games. You like something, bet it. Whether it's Tuesday, Friday, Sunday game, whatever. This one here for me, sidewise, you want to take plus 350 money line with TCU, right? You think, do they upset them? Sure. Can you see Georgia winning this by 15, 20? Yes. Even a total, I was talking to Lane before, I was kind of leaning under. I'm going to go over here. And this is more the Georgia defense, and I thought they would take care of business against Ohio State. It's obviously leaky. You got some injuries. They're prone to give up some plays. And Duggan is a guy who doesn't get a lot of respect, but he puts up points. And not that I don't think he's going to rush all over the place and take off, because Georgia, run defense, that's their strength, right? They're going to hold you in check down here. But I think he's going to do enough to put up some crooked numbers. And the Georgia team, what are they going to do? They're going to run, right? Stetson Bennett, it hasn't looked great. I love the town around him, but he's not C.J. Stroud or even Duggan. Duggan's a great, look, the numbers don't lie about this guy. But I just think they're going to probably pound him a little bit. It's going to start going. It's going to pull away. 62. This was at 64, went to a 61, back up into the 62.5 range. I think this is going to be a mid-30. Like it's going to be close. This is a close one. I'm going to cheer for the over here because I think TCU is going to show no quit. They're going to score some maybe points late. I do lean a little Georgia here. I think the talent gap is what it is. I mean, TCU, let's be honest. This is a team going for a back-to-back championship and a team that was like 200-1. Their win total was 7 on the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the mismatch. I think will play itself out. I'm going to go over. The Georgia offense is explosive. They're good for a 40 spot. And I think TCU's sneaky good, but I'm going to go over, and I'm going to lean a little Georgia here as well.
I lean a little TCU, but I'm a homer that way. But my whole play was, I think I'm just going to tease TCU and the over. And put that to a teaser, and I'm going to call it a day. I'm just going to drop my mic and watch the game.
You're getting about 20. Listen, if the game's a 20-point blowout, it is what it is. You know, do I want to see TCU? Right, TCU was they shouldn't be here. It should be Alabama. What's going on? You
Oh,
know,
but they are here, aren't they? And I
they
think
took
all
care
the
of
pressure
Michigan.
lies on Georgia also.
Right.
Like all the pressure is on Georgia.
Yeah.
TCU is free rolling right now. Georgia's in a back-to-back spot. And if they get beat, they're not getting beat by Alabama. They're getting beat by TCU, which is not a great look for you, Georgia. So there's a lot of pressure involved here. I'm not saying
But
that
see,
TCU,
on that token,
I'm not calling an outright upset, but I am saying 13 points is a lot of points and 20 is even more than that.
If they're going to beat Georgia, you beat Michigan. What is the people say? Well, they shouldn't beat Michigan because we had an interception, right? I mean, like, is that going to be the whole part of it? Like they got lucky
They
against
dominated Michigan. It wasn't just beating Michigan. Like they dominated that game.
Georgia got down early and came all the way back and maybe could have covered the game. They got to stop. I mean, that's the crazy. They were down and didn't look good, and they were still there to they could have covered at the end. Right? Ohio State scored late. I mean, that's I don't know. It's really a good game.
It is what it is. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I
think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be
high
scoring until he pulls away. Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's a great in-play opportunity also, especially with how long the commercial breaks are in these kind of games. Really good in-playable games for you. You got lots of time to get action in and watch those numbers move around. So Sean Higgs is taking it over 62.5. I'm going to tease TCU and the over. That's how we're going to roll with your national championship game. Everyone, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Good luck, everyone. See you later, Sean Higgs.
Take it easy.